Question is, suppose that you have $1 billion in your bank account tomorrow, and there are some people who are pitching their ideas to you. So given that the company is growing like monetarily very well, and also the motto of company is very well, what would be one of the reasons that you would reject the investment? And would you like to invest the whole $1 billion, or would it be partly?
Okay, so very interesting question, very specific. I'll answer the second part of your question first. Would you invest the entire $1 billion? I would say no. Any financial advisor will tell you never put all your eggs in one basket, right? So if you look at any portfolio allocation, no one puts all their funds into one. But I think how much you put is dependent on how good the company is and how much conviction you have on it. And to answer your first part, why would someone not invest even if the company is doing good, is that there's a lot of factors that go into investment theses that venture capital firms have, right? Starting off with the founders and the founding team. Even if the idea is good, even if it's working out well, are the founders smart enough, or are they mature enough? Are they empathetic enough? Are they good enough to lead the company and execute the vision to actually become a large business, right? So a lot of it depends on the founding team or the founders. After that is just more about just numbers, right? Is the market size big? Or even if you're growing or doubling your revenue every month, but your total number of consumers in the entire world is only small, right? Then how would you solve for market size? So these are few factors that they look at early stages.
He covered pretty much, the investor point of view. But then if you're a founder, don't build for investors, right? Build for your customers. Investors will come to amplify what you're already doing, right? In India, the grocery space was broken, as in like no one was investing in the grocery space for a long time. Big Basket ke alawa, there were very few other players. Grofers tha, which wasn't doing well, and it's a very boring space, like grocery, like sabji bechna, like it's not an exciting startup, right? But then Zepto came, right? And these guys literally built something that people wanted, which is grocery delivery in 10 minutes, right? Like people wanted quick service and convenience over wasting time. So this way they were able to raise 300-ish mil something. And these guys are doing pretty well. They're growing really fast. They might, it might become profitable sometime in the future. So they came and they built for the consumers, and investors who thought grocery is dead, baad mein change hoke start investing, right? So every year, investors will go through the hype cycle. Last year, it was Web3. This year, it will be AI, right? Like every year, it will keep changing. Iska matlab ye nahi ki you start building in Web3 last year and you just pivot into AI this year, and then you pivot into something else which is trending next year. That way, you won't be able to build a business. What you have to build for is, look, there's a genuine need in the market for education. I'm going to build for it, and I'm going to stick to it for the next however years, right? And if it's providing value, your customers will provide you enough sort of support and validation to keep going.
Also, just adding on to this, even when we raised funding from Elevation Capital or Lightspeed, they took numbers of 400 of our community members just so they could call and do the due diligence to see if our product or what we've built is actually providing value to these people. So investors are good, but like Harish mentioned, don't optimize for investors. Always build for your users or customers or whoever they are.
So there's
also one thing, given that thing, would you consider investing in such a company which is out of your domain, or would you like to invest in such companies in which you have your expertise? Like,
expertise nahi hai. I'm out. That one, right?
Right.
I think VC firms have different people handling different things. Usually, inside a VC firm, there are 5 to 10 different partners. Each partner looks at a different industry, right? So one partner would look at consumer tech, one would look at fintech, AI, ML, Web3, right? So I think most in big venture firms, all domains are covered by someone or the other. So that is not really a concern. Personally, I would not want to invest in something that I don't understand, right? If I don't understand it, then I can't. It's a very big risk for me. So I would stick to what I understand and what I know.
Thank you.